The women's basketball team plays a pair of home games this week, hosting number 8 Maryland on Wednesday, and then border rival Minnesota on Saturday. Wednesday's game will start at 7 p.m., while Saturday's game will tip off at 11 a.m. on Big Ten Network. Head coach Bobbie Kelsey is here. We'll have some opening comments and take questions.
We dropped the last two. Unfortunate that we had a little scoring drought in both of those games where we kind of weren't able to stay in our rhythm and put the game away. But I'm proud of the kids for fighting back in each of those games. Our fourth quarter, if we could play like that in the first, second, and third quarters, we'll be on our way. Iowa had two good looks at the end. And then Illinois, we had some open shots, just didn't hit them. Dakota had an open three. Nicole had a couple. Kayla had a couple. Mick did a good job in the game. So in the spirit of Martin Luther King, obviously we are celebrating his birthday today and the legacy that he left for us. You know, he had a quote that says, if you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But by all means, keep moving forward. So in the spirit of ML King, we're going to keep moving forward. And in practice today, we're going to just get back to some basic fundamental things, boxing out, screen setting, executing our offense, things that we have control over, and that if we do, we should be able to give ourselves a good chance to come out victorious in these games. We have a big test in Maryland. Obviously, they're a top team and one that is going to be very tough opponent, hard to beat, but anybody can beat anybody on any given day, and that's going to be our approach. And obviously Minnesota being a rival school, we really need to make sure we're giving ourselves an opportunity in each of those games to show what we can do when we play in our best ball.
What is the biggest challenge that Maryland presents to you in containing them? They hit you, seem like inside, outside. What do you have to do?
They're a Final Four team. Obviously, their program has been to the Final Four a couple times. And anytime you have a team of that caliber, you really have to have a solid game plan because they do have some bigs on the inside. We all know about Brianna Jones, but they also have Melina Howard, who's really solid, strong built, like Shatrice White that we saw last night. And a lot of the other players in the conference, you can name, Hines at Michigan State. She's a big, solid girl. So we're going to have to do some different schemes against them to try to keep the ball out of there. It's hard to do, but you got to, have some different plans against a player like that. But they have some guards that are really good. They have some shooters. They're a top team. It's a reason why they've gone to the Final Four and competed at that level for quite a long time. And once you get those kind of kids in the program, you just roll and you continue to get them. And so we're working hard every day to get those kind of players in our program. But in the meantime, you have to hit shots. A big part of it is hitting the shots that you get and then getting stops on the other end. So they don't play perfect by any means. I'm sure Brenda would say the same thing, but they are solid in a lot of areas that we have to make sure that we make them take a contested shot on every possession, if not a shot at all.
Were you attacking the rim as much as you would have liked yesterday against Illinois?
We did it late in the game. We got to the free throw line 23 times, made 18 of them. We probably should have done that a little bit earlier. Sometimes we settling for long twos, contested threes. When you got a lot of space, go attack that space. So I think Kayla can do that more. When she does go to the basket, she usually makes it or gets fouled. Dakota got fouled yesterday several times going to the rim. Nicole did too. And she doesn't normally go all the way to the basket, but she did yesterday. And, Mick had some and one. So we really got to focus on getting to that free throw line. Those are extra points that without any defense, you just go up there and try to make them. And we're a pretty decent free throw shooting team. So we got to generate some offense that way as well.
Michaela's played better the last 2-3 games than she was earlier. What are you seeing? Is it just growing confidence, getting healthier? Combination?
All of that, yeah, combination. I think once you remember what you did before and then you do it a couple times and you have that confidence to know you can continue to do it. I think a game or two ago, I thought I saw the old Mick come back. And yesterday, she scored on the block. She did a nice job for us. I know she wanted that last shot she had. If she could get that one back, she missed a left-hand bunny right up underneath the basket. Would have probably put us down, I think, at that point, about 4 points. So just, you're not going to make them all. You want to. Everybody wants to shoot 100%, but she's got to make the ones that really in those moments count. So, but I know she's probably thought about it, watched it, and, she'll make sure she makes that shot the next time.
Good to have Tessa Sitchy back.
Yes, Tessa adds a lot of glue to what we're doing. She doesn't score a whole lot, but she got a couple steals yesterday. She's guarding the best, one of the bigger kids on their team and making sure that she doesn't get around the basket. Tessa just does a lot of things that you can't teach because she's smart. She knows the game. She has instincts. She's not the tallest. She's not the fastest, but she believes in herself and she's not afraid. So she does a lot of things that really put us in a good position to go forward. I think she got a deflection, hit the ball from somebody, got a steal. She does all the little things that don't show up on the stat sheet.
Anything else for Coach?
Thank you.
Thanks, Bobbie.